Quick sound check. Is everything's fine? Okay. Hello everyone. Happy to be here. This is our first live demo and presentation of what we do at Aspis Protocol. Very honored to present you what we did during last year, and also with the glad market condition, like when people are realizing that centralized exchanges is something that is not connected to cryptography. That's very exciting us as well. Happy to introduce you Aspis. And instead of showing the technical solution, we decided to formulate our mission as such as removing the need in the chain of corrupted middlemen from the financial system. So let's dive on this call deeper in what Aspis is doing right now, what has been already achieved. We will start on the key, let's say, features of the platform we've built. We'll also show the live demo how you can deploy your own fund, and we can also explore the next steps and our plans for the next couple of months. So, first of all, let's discuss what is trust and why is it needed. When there is a relationship between two people, three people, or a lot of different people involved in financial system, there is such thing as trust, and of course, this trust layer is needed. So right now, this trust layer is consists of three types of people. This is the lawyers, this is the banksters, and this is the judges. I don't think that this the most interesting persons in the world, but they still control a lot of stuff, and they are the point where people go to solve their conflicts and to regulate their relationship between each other. For the fund managers and for a lot of different individuals that want to deploy their capital or to make their lives better, this is expensive option. Also, it's time consuming and backward looking because this type of legislation can only work with paper contract that are not preventing the fraud but only punish the bad actor after he already did something bad. So imagine the cases like empty gox or free arrows capital FTX if it will be in non-custodial way. So instead of giving access to your funds by transferring to centralized exchange with Aspis and so with technology of smart contracts and decentralized anonymous funds, you can store your capital in your wallet or at least control how it is being spent and where is it already. So instead of using this trust layer, I think it's a good idea, and we are right now in the point of technology when we can enable the smart contracts to handle the operations. So the main thing here is that instead of relying on subjective people, you can code the predefined set of rules or the protocol that will regulate the relationship between participants. The most important thing here is that here we're using the vault, where activities are fully regulated through smart contracts. Everything is automated, and code is the only law. So it's like same as law of physics. So instead of making people with more money or people with appropriate passport and other stuff are only able to register the fund, for example, here it is open to everyone, and the rules are same for literally everyone. So that means that these laws inside the smart contract are rock solid. So also the most interesting part here is that here you can see on-chain protection. So instead of giving the opportunity for the CEO or general manager to withdraw the capital to Cayman Islands, for example, you're able to prevent him in the first place because you can control how the decision being made inside the fund, which is pretty exciting. So how does it work? Each vault deploy on Aspis protocol is the set of smart contracts, separate smart contracts for each vault that are fully decentralized and autonomous, available 24 hours, 7 days a week without any need in any middleman. So that means that we're not relying on any operational servers, or we don't have any backends or anything how we can touch your funds. So basically, each vault is a separate rules. It has separate rules, has separate owner, has separate capital, and separate investors, and they can have separate rules. So, and these rules are deployed on step number one when manager creating this vault. Then investors make deposit and gets LP token in return. Then manager is able to trade on target protocol DEX of their choice, so just transfer capital to participate in some deals with approval of the investors according to the contract. So it doesn't mean that manager can actually do what he wants. It means that manager is able to create transaction. Then this transaction is checked by our smart contract by Vault if it is according to the rules or not. And then if the rules need to be changed for this transaction to pass, manager has an option in creating the proposal, which is separate for transaction that need to withdraw capital outside the vault, or he can just whitelist the addresses of coins and DEXs and DeFi protocols he's able to use to trade the raised capital, which is pretty exciting. So the next part is our friendly UX UI. So it is looks like Launchpad. So you can only need to use MetaMask. Then you can see the performance of each vault. Choose the vaults you like, and you can join them. There's also possibilities to create private vaults. So these vaults will be only available for investment from the wallets that are in whitelist registry. So I think that we can move to the most exciting part, which is the presentation of uh, Aspis protocol. Can you see my screen? Anyone? Okay. Um, let's div. Let's create our own vault. So first, you can see if when you are on the interface, you can see the list of already created vaults. And yeah, so here's the list of those. So for example, if we go inside this vault, we can see the assets that are on balance of this vault. We can see the votings that have been executed, voted, and passed. You can see the history of deposits, and also you can see the transaction history. As promised, each vault is the smart contract, which is unique for each vault, which has its own properties. Here you can check its code, its uh, methods. We right now are going through the audit, which takes time because we have like more than 4,000 lines of code of our contract. No, factory, I mean. So, and if you like this vote, you can join it, and you can see all the rules like commission structure, onboarding rules, like capital onboarding rules. You can see also we called it controlling, but it's actually where this manager is able to trade and the consensus, how to change the rules inside this vault. So let's create a vault. So let's do like demonstration vault. Each vault should have its own LP token. In this case, we name it LP demo. This token cannot be minted in any other way than in a deposit. And also, this LP token represents the share of your owning into the liquidity pool. In this case, in this vote. So, and let's set up the rules for this vote. So, yeah, for example, let's create vote with fundraising target of 100 USD. Let's say that we will be fundraising right now from today for 2 weeks, base currency for profit calculation. We can set up deposit limits here, choose tokens that available for depositing. We can also upload the registry of CSV file consists with all the wallets that will be able to deposit in this vault. This is more lockup period, but this is used more to protect the pool from arbitrageurs and flash loans. So in this case, we'll put the lockup period for the demonstration purpose for 0, but it can be changed. So also there is withdrawal windows, which is interesting concept that helps to balance the interest between the investor and the manager. And for example, we can set up a free period of 90 days and window each for 3 days. And that will mean that each first 3 days of the quarter, investors will be able to withdraw their capital without commission. But if they will do that during the freeze period, in other than in these 3 days, that will mean that they will pay, for example, 5% fine to protect the manager from early redemption of the capital. So we can also set up the fees, entrance fee, fund management fee, and performance fee. In this case, we'll put it to 0. There is also the way to make decisions inside the vault. So this is very important, and this will influence all the decision making to change the parameters that were set up previously, or to add, for example, new coins and or new taxes for to allow trading. We will make the voting duration at least 6 hours. We will make a minimum share of LP token to start voting to like 1%. This helps to protect from the spammers. And the quorum in minimum approval is what share of all LP tokens need to be participating in the voting, and what share from these participants need to be positive for the decision to be successfully executed. For the execution, I mean to change the parameters of the smart contract. So here we can appoint the investment manager. In this case, this is me. And we can choose whether the LP holders will be able to replace me as the manager. So we can put yes here. Here we can choose the protocols and DEXs where we will be able to deploy the capital. So we can use pre-selected by Aspis team, or we can put here any other addresses. And this is like important thing here is that the upper part serves during fundraising period, so we only restricted it to popular DEXs, so people can just manage their liquidity if there'll be like rapid market movement. But after the fundraising finished, you need to manually pass here the addresses of the routers that will be used for trading to make the external calls to the smart contract. So we put, for example, free here, but we will be able to change it into the future. And the initial price of LP token is we will making it equal to $1. So that means that on each invested USD, for example, people will get one LP token in return. Let's deploy it. So it will take some time. It shows me that the vault has been created. This is the transaction hash. It needs more time to get casted on BSC scan. We're also using Subgraph instead of relying to backends. So it takes some time to sync all the data, but it makes you 100% secure that the information that you see on the front end is taken from the chain and not somewhere else. Okay, it seems that. Okay, I see that I have successfully created this call. So let's see our demonstration. I'll check it in admin panel. Subgraph needs to think a little. Mhm. It shows me though that it has been created. If we will do like this. Okay, so we have this vault. It just is not shown on our subgraph because we turned on the um, moderation of the vault, of course, so we can see it into the process. But yeah, so here we created the vault. I hope that you can see it. And right now we're able to interact with this vault. So for example, let's do the first deposit. This will be as little as like 0.01 BNB. So we've made successfully deposit. And right now, as a manager of this vault, I'm able to trade these funds. So for example, I want to create transaction on PancakeSwap. And how can I do that? I'm opening the Wallet Connect and copy to clipboard. Then I go back here and I'm pasting the link here. Right now I can see that my vault, which has this contract address, 10cc, the last one, is connected to the interface of PancakeSwap. You see, 10cc. And now I'm able to trade, for example, to buy some cake tokens. So I'm confirming a swap. I need to wait a little for transaction to be casted here for approval. And I'm able to approve this transaction as the pool manager. So let's see how fast it's synced. Oh, you see how fast it is synced to the interface. So right now it's the roundup mistake. But right now we are able to convert half of our BNB into the cake, and we can see it here. So the real vault balance you can check also not only on our interface but on smart contract itself. So it will update as well, 0.05. But yeah, so and we can see all the balance which is inside the chain, and we also can see all the transaction with this vault here. So here, for example, we can see the transaction of this swap we have made through the PancakeSwap interface. Other option, create transferring funds directly from the vault, which will be interesting for private pools and investment clubs, which you can also do after the fundraising finished. So we're closed that during fundraising, so managers cannot withdraw the funds during the fundraising. So new people that will come into the pool will get fair calculation of their respective share inside the pool. Also, what is interesting is that acting as a manager here, I can propose, for example, remove or change the parameters of the smart contract. So, for example, I want to change entrance fee. So I can set up it to like 1%, and then this I will need approval from the LP, of course, to do that. So let's try. Let's do so. Add entrance fee. Proposal is also created on chain, so you need to spend a little bit gas on it. But that's also proved the security. So nothing can go outside the chain here. So it means it's like 100% on chain. Let's wait a little so the graph will cast the proposal. So we will show it here. Also just curious, can we see it in our vault right now here? Okay, it takes some time, I think. Oh, okay, we can see our vault. So, I mean, in matter of minutes, it doesn't matter for you, right? If you're writing it for at least like a couple of weeks. Yeah, we also need to wait a little for the proposal to be created, but never mind. So I think that were mainly all the processes, how you can interact with this vault. Also, let's see how to get out of this vault. So each investor got LP tokens on deposit. For this particular vault, for example, we can check it here. So we got this demonstration LP demo tokens in exchange for the deposit which we made. So, and that means that we can get out of this vault by burning our LP tokens. And it was as easy as onboarding the capital there. The good thing is that you're getting your share in all currencies. So here we've got our share of PancakeSwap, and we also got our share of BNB. Here it is. So what's to discuss next? I think it will be interesting to show future plans. Uh, I drafted this slide just to show you where we are right now. So after the fail of the FTX, Free Arrows Capital, Voyager, and other cascade of liquidation that we faced during this year and last year, I think it's good to say that we fell down. And here we released the first version of self-custodial funds, which can collaborate and cooperate together. So we are expanding right now with our partners from Trading Strategy, AI, and like other companies of adding algo strategies with autonomous execution of funds. So that means that manager, instead of making all the transaction by himself manually, will be able to write the strategy on Python to manage their capital. The second part will be collaboration with real world assets. So we will enable trade not only shitcoins and Pepe and other stuff, but also some real stuff like commodities, gold, like, I don't know. Let's see how it goes. We need reliable partners for that. And after like these two big steps, I think after making it, of course, cross chain and other stuff, we're just like on the concept stage. But you can already use it and contact us if you want to have your own vault. Uh, AI will be also able to manage our assets and make his own decision under the supervision of humans. And I think that this is the most exciting part that helps to separate and to reduce the gap between professional managers of the capital and regular people who don't have access to all these tools and instruments that people who has like finance degree and broker dealers license and other licenses currently have. So I think that the main thing in our mission, as we stated, is to remove middlemen, but also in reducing the gaps between regular people and people who have access to all potential financial tools. Like, we want to open this to everyone. And yeah, so I think that also we very like to have to know your opinion about what we do. So please contact us in Telegram or write something in chat, join Discord, etc. Also, we'd like to, and we very like your help to move forward. So if you know how you can be helpful, if you know like any suitable partnerships, GTM users, like, or just feedback, we really appreciate it. So please get in touch, please contact. We are very open and open for collaboration. We're also in the middle of our fundraising journey. We still have some places there, and the help is much needed there. And yeah, so just cheers, support, and showing that we're building something useful for you will be very important for us. So thanks again, everyone, for attending our presentation. Hopefully it was productive and interesting for you. So, and let me know if you have any questions. So let's choose right now the best one. The guy with a rope means that he can finally climb this mountain, because the whole purpose of this picture is to climb the mountain. But there is a helicopter on top, which helps him to go for any mountain he wants. What are some interesting questions, guys, from the community? Can you help me? Yes, Aspis works only on BC right now, but we're adding more networks in a month. You can try demo already on our app.aspis.finance. You can visit our website and see the link. Thank you a lot um, for appreciation, guys. No, we don't have special app for the Chrome. Bands ask like you have special app for Chrome. Is there is install button search bar? No, there is no install. It works on browser only, so also works on mobiles. Uh, Ben's also asked, no, others shouldn't pay to join your vault, but you should know how to deploy their funds, right? Any other questions? Okay, so what are your thoughts about the market and how it will affect the project? I think that it is the whole negative things that is happening right now is actually positive for us because the more FUD, the more people know um, that all their funds that are held into the banking system and into the centralized exchange, they're not theirs. So on that, uh, you shouldn't do any trust because, like, you can remember this guy, like curly haired from FTX. He would look super legit. Like he had a degree from top university, has very influential family. He did like meetings with presidents and like other stuff and candidates to the presidents and politicians and other. And I think that this is something that needs to be understood. And I think that counterparty risk is already taken into consideration when pricing these crypto assets. So I think that this is a very good market condition for us. And also, as I see in recent reports, that the volume on DEXs in DeFi grown like by 400% or something like this. So I think the whole situation is something that make like the whole structure more transparent. The next steps in further months. What are the next steps in further months? So we are planning in further months the integration of algo trading strategies. We're also planning on releasing the complete audit report, cybersecurity audit. We partnered with Mundus Dev for that, and we also aiming on releasing version 2 of our platform that will make accessible creation of the vault for everyone. So right now we only on beta test, and we're not allowing to everyone to create vault, but the mechanism is already in place, but you'll need to wait a little so we can see that it is secure enough so we will not disappoint our users. And by disappointing, I mean if there is vulnerabilities, then we think that it can be abused. So in and while we will not make sure that there are no vulnerabilities, how manager can scam investors, we will not make this constructor public. So I think that that's will happen in the next month. Yeah. How many users can join my vault? Like you can set up the rules, so you can whitelist individual wallets, and you can do it by as much as 255 wallets. By uploading it in one CSV file. But if you make it public, you don't have any restriction. Mm, John Razor is also asked. The crypto space seems to be in difficult times, but AI is pumping a lot. Are there any ideas for interacting with AI? Yes, they are. And as you could see on my slides, uh, hopefully you can see it. Um, we are able to interact with the vaults that will be partially or fully managed by AI. So that's will be implemented once we'll have the algo trading, and once we'll have, I think algo trading, yeah. So only algo trading when we'll be in, that will be a green light for creating the AI governed vaults. That will be pretty interesting. We very excited as well. Also, the guys from Trading Strategy are providing us with backtesting options for the strategies. So that means that you all will be accessing the tool that's institutional level grade, but we wants to take the power from these guys from Wall Street. That's why we are giving their toys to you, and you will be able to use the same level of sophistication, I think, and even better diversification and protection from the counterparty risks than doing so with when investing with regular fund. This is like the most exciting part for me personally. Um, yeah, I will save this video. ETH support will be in like in 2 months time frame. We need to make sure that the audit is passed. So 2 months, 1 month. Yeah, guys. So thanks a lot for your question. That was super exciting, and hopefully I didn't disappoint you with my technical presentation. And hopefully everything went well. This is our first experience in doing this community calls. So let's see you in a couple of weeks or in a month. We'll try to make it our monthly initiative or so on, so we can share our traction and show you what we've built so far. Yeah, thanks a lot.